Hi there. So in this video, I will be taking a look at the TravelMate XL seat cushion on the Aeron chair. So I bought 9 different cushions this time, tried them all out for about a month to figure out which one would be best for me. This video is going to focus specifically on the TravelMate XL, which I'll be reviewing in some depth. Throughout the video, I'll be demonstrating it on this, the Aeron Classic size C. It has the same dimensions on the seat as the Aeron Remastered size C, and I will also be giving some guidance on fit based on the published dimensions of the Aeron C and the Aeron A. So let's get into it. So the TravelMate fits the Aeron C pretty well. The width looks really good. It's actually a little bit too wide in the front and just about perfect in the back. And it's got that nice curve in the rear that matches the Aeron nicely. In the front, it's about 2.5 inches or so too short. And you can see that because of the width, it actually even rises up a little bit when you aren't seated on it because it's hugging these elevated parts on the side of the Aeron. So overall, I'm going to give this a B+ for fit on the Aeron C. So I've shifted the TravelMate to simulate what the fit would be like on the Aeron B. And it's going to be better in the front. It's only going to be about 1 1/8 inches short. On the width, you're beginning to have a bit of a problem. As you can see, it's really sitting quite a bit risen in the chair now. So overall, I think this is almost unacceptable for even the Aeron B. You might want to look at a smaller size, so I'm going to give this a C+. And then on the Aeron A, the TravelMate is really too big. I mean, it's just about perfect in terms of the depth, but the width in the front, it's going to be hanging off so much that it's going to cause a lot of hammocking and pressure coming in from the sides. So unfortunately, this is an F for fit on the Aeron A. So I think the TravelMate looks okay on the chair. I think the fabric matches the Atlas pretty well. It's a nice black color. I like the fabric. It looks nice. And, the curve in the back and the way it kind of complements the chair looks all right. I think, though, that, the mismatch in the front here and this gap in the front and the lack of the curve in the front and just how poofy it is, it does look a little out of place on the Aeron chair. I really don't like these side tags too, but you can cut them off if it really is an issue for you. So overall, I think the look is fine, but nothing special. I give it a B-. So looking at the quality of the TravelMate, overall it's pretty solid. The cover is a little thicker than some of the other options we looked at. The fabric is, I think, a little thicker, a lot like the Strata Mesh, actually. The actual fabric itself is very similar to the Strata Mesh. The bottom is particularly grippy, so if you're worried about this slipping, this one is not going to slip on you. They got this little handle here. It's attached very securely. I don't think I'll ever be using it. Kind of wish it wasn't there, but it's fine quality. The zipper is also a little tougher than the zippers on some of the other generic brand ones. And I wanted to take it out of the case to show you, I think another thing that's fairly unique about this is the foam is really nicely contoured. So kind of like the Tomite and the Strata, this is a carefully designed and crafted shape with that slope in front and also with 2 different types of foam. So this top foam, I think, is really the memory foam, where you can see that, it's sort of not for very long, but it remembers a little bit. The bottom foam I don't think is a memory foam. It's more just like a traditional foam. There's also these holes cut into the foam on top and bottom. Maybe those are meant to help with breathability. I don't really know. But some time and attention went into the design, both on the inside and out. There are no loose stitches, and this case I would definitely trust a lot more than some of the other cases on these products. So overall, on quality, I give it a B+. So let's give the TravelMate a try. So this is a the densest, greatest lift out of any of the seat cushions I tried. So if you're looking for a booster seat, this is the closest one to a booster seat. It's about 3 inches of thickness. And when I sit in it, even for a long time, I don't sink in that much. I'm 185 pounds or something. So it's going to boost you up. I do like the curve in the front. I think that slope helps reduce the pressure. There's no like corner digging into your thighs as much as some of the other ones. I would say that at first impression, I thought this would be a really comfortable one. But over time, there were a couple things I noticed. I think one thing I noticed is that it's raising me up so much that, as a tall person, it sort of changes the ergonomics of all of the chairs. So now the slope where this might hit my lumbar is a little lower than it probably should be. And even the headrest, I think, can still reach a little bit for me, but it's going to affect the overall ergonomics of the chair. If you're someone who might be a little too short for your chair, this could be a really, this could be a real saving thing for you. I would say that after a couple hours sitting on this cushion, I did find that the pressure I was feeling was not ideal. I was particularly, I think because it's a little too wide even for this chair, you could feel the pressure kind of coming from the side. So I noticed that on the sort of side of my sit bones and in the front of my thighs, I was feeling some pressure points after a couple hours and was definitely ready for a change. Since this is some kind of memory foam, you should expect it'll be warmer than other cushions, certainly warmer than the polymer ones, but probably also even warmer than a non-memory foam. So overall, for comfort, this is a C for me, but there could be some special cases where you might like this, particularly if you're looking for a little bit of a boost. Let's see if the TravelMate makes any noise when you sit in it. Yeah, so overall, there's no noise coming from this cushion. You could hear some creaking perhaps from the chair, but absolutely none from the cushion. So it's an A+. So before I close out, just a reminder, you'll find links in the description to learn more about the products featured in this video. If you do end up following one of those links and make a purchase, it's a really nice way to show your support. Helps out content creators like me. We make a small commission on those purchases. So very much appreciate if you do end up using those links. And with that, let's finish out the video. So overall, when I do the weighted average across all the criteria, this TravelMate XL earned a score of a B for the Aeron C, a B- on the Aeron B, and a C on the Aeron A. So yeah, this wasn't the one I ultimately kept. The fit was all right. The look was all right. It just wasn't really, I think most importantly, it wasn't as comfortable as some of the other cushions I found. I don't personally need the boost that this provides. I would have appreciated a little more depth, and I would have wanted one that I think just was a little more comfortable for long extended sits than this one was. Quality's good, doesn't make any noise. I think a lot of people will be very happy with this cushion, but it was not the one I kept. If you want to find links to learn more about the one I kept, you'll find them down in the description, and I hope you found this useful.